Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to Thi4f.
And I'm Kalon Zombie.
I'm Random Ninja.
And we're back in Garrett's secret hideout in the haunted clock tower.
Last time we saw this clock tower, we saw it from the outside where it was very climbable, and then disappointingly did not get to climb it.
Alright, so I just want to be clear here, but all of this money and those 3 upgrades there, those are thanks to some DLC packs I bought just for the hell of it because everything was half off when I got this game. So these would be buyable at the normal vendor that sells upgrades, but because I got the DLC, I get to cheat.
Hooray!
I also get like 3 kinds of arrow from that too.
Sawtooth arrow. Do they do anything different, or...?
Sawtooth are like regular broadheads but more damage.
Ah, okay.
Choke arrows are like gas arrows except they don't knock anybody out.
Oh, okay.
Instead it's up to you to run up while they're choking and then just smack them in the back. And rope arrows only work on specific locations.
There's some fancy arrows, I must say.
Oh, and I want to say,
I'd wonder how those, iron containers break apart when they're supposed to.
Pressure, maybe?
But anyway, this is the collection area, hooray!
Hooray. Oh, you've already got one.
One mortal coil.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for making the thread a double feature and playing the dark mod, because I didn't even know the dark mod existed, and that looks pretty neat.
It is. It is.
I'll have to download it soon.
Surprised you haven't already.
Oh, well, I've been busy.
You can see there's all sorts of different collectibles we can get, and the wall was full of places where we can get paintings.
So you mean there's more than 2 paintings?
And this is the unique loot. Nothing but a box.
Wow. So what you're saying is that there's more paintings than just a naked lady showing her ass and a naked lady showing her boobs.
Well, there are collectible paintings.
Of naked ladies, I'm assuming?
Among other things.
Okay.
But you can only get it once you buy the Razor upgrade. Which, it makes some sense, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because you couldn't use any of those arrows with pointy bits on them.
I would imagine they're not precision enough.
By the way, Random, you said that Garrett needed to dust in the last video.
Indeed I did. It's, the clock tower is not a very healthy looking environment.
Well, the funny thing is, though, that Garrett notices that he has to dust too. Like, that's what that little hand gesture was, him realizing that.
Huh. So has he just not been home for a long time, or...?
This is him realizing that fact, because he's also got a whole bunch of messages on his windowsill here.
Okay.
See, each one of those matchboxes has a message from Basso. And for some reason that needed a caption.
Where has he been?
Well, that's the question. It's intentionally a mystery here.
I see.
So Basso... Oh god, that sounds familiar. Basso was is a reference to a character in the Dark Age, right?
Thief 1 and Thief 2.
Okay, he's our fence. He was the fence in that last games, right?
He was the fence in the first game. And you had to rescue him from,
Right, that prison.
Shale something prison.
Yeah.
Shalegate? I want to say Shalegate. Anyway, he also turns up in the second game, in the first mission, because you need to get his fiancée out of the manor where she works.
Right!
2 days, send
Right!
men to claim his property.
Okay, yes.
You can even steal the wedding rings of the manor owners for Basso to use.
That's right. That was pretty great.
Talk about regifting. Jeez.
So,
I liked that mission. That was a good mission.
this is Stone Market. You can see it's a fairly large area, although it's broken up into several smaller areas, And the bank, by the way, is another DLC mission. It's a side mission, and it doesn't have any relevance to the plot or anything, but it's nice that it's available.
Yeah.
Because it's not enough that they give you cheaty gold, they give you a bank full of gold.
Well, you can always repeat every mission that you can play, including chapters. And in any case, we are not going to actually explore Stone Market. We're going to ignore this vast area that you are intended to explore, because it does not have all of the loot it should have yet.
That's right, you mentioned that.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
But I'll get into more detail about that once it becomes obvious how it works. Until then, we're going to enter the Crippled Burrick, which is also a reference to Thief 2.
Yeah. Oh god, Burricks. Those guys were assholes. Oh my god.
Mind, cluing me in a little bit? You know, Cliff Notes version?
Burricks are basically bulettes, but they spew poison gas as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're poison gas, yes. Bad thing. I like his
You
hat.
still can't work a door. You don't come to see me, you don't write. I thought both you and Aaron had been killed in the mansion attack. Where the hell have you been?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Dead, I guess.
Fine.
Not dead,
Forget
only
it.
sleeping.
Far be it for me to pry about where you've been for the last fucking year.
Mostly dead. But mostly dead means he's partially
I don't have
alive.
time for this. Especially with the Baron's new duty on opium, thanks to this gloom sickness, not to mention the thief-taker general's black tax, squeezing us entrepreneurs.
If you got a job for me, let's hear it.
Are you sure you're up to it? Okay, so here's the gig. I need you to obtain a ring for me.
Does everyone just have crows as pets?
Never again. You mangy bird.
Is that just the bird of
Swear one day I'm
choice?
gonna have you made into a hat.
Apparently.
And lose the brains of the...
Well, that bird's actually the one delivering Basso's messages to the clock
I'm
tower.
running out of fingers.
Okay.
It's okay. Messenger bird. That makes sense.
Good job, Bess.
Garrett just knew the name of it.
Yeah, right. Belongs to a guy named Cornelius Greaves, one of those hoity-toity types who doesn't have any.
Ah,
shit
yes,
on his
Cornelius
boots.
Boots, who doesn't want to have any shit on his
There you
boots.
It's got
What's the
some
catch?
great mutton chops, though.
He's dead.
I know.
I'm a
True.
thief, Bess, not a
Fancy
grave robber.
face.
Only recently
could be a
deceased.
president.
My sources say he never took the ring off.
Doesn't seem much of a challenge.
Challenge. We'll be getting to him before the Carters pick him over. Rumor has it they've been taking bodies to that old Foundry near Cinderfall, crawling with the Baron's guards.
Now, these other places mentioned, do we eventually go there?
Well, we are going to
Best
the
way to
Foundry
place.
because that's where the body is.
Just to the old chapel.
Okay.
And don't screw this up, Garrett. Some
And then
of us still look bad
Cinderfall,
dudes.
do we go there?
You can't tax what you can't catch.
Not especially.
Yeah, get out of here.
No.
And you use the door, please.
Is
Still,
using the door mandatory, or
Good
can
to
we
see
just
you.
go out the window instead? Please tell me we can go out the window instead.
Apparently he did use the door.
You use the door.
Aww.
I like Basso.
Yeah, Bass is pretty neat.
He does have a nice hat.
And he doesn't take the whole plot seriously, unlike everybody else. Like, that's the one thing that always seems to happen in plots like this. Everybody takes themselves way too seriously.
if you're looking for extra coin, I got some jobs you can help me with. Best contract.
It's very,
And so the one guy who's having some fun is the one that everybody likes.
Challenge, do you?
So
Just the job I would have
these are the side
Just the
jobs.
job I would have picked. You like a challenge, do you? Do me a favor and try not to get caught.
The way it works, though, is that these side jobs, the loot that these side jobs are aimed towards doesn't exist until you accept the side jobs. And so what that means is that there are a bunch of hidden areas on the map that are empty until you take the side jobs, which are parceled out between chapters.
Something for all your nefarious needs.
I hate that guy. He says that every time, and I hate him. Also, everything is ridiculously expensive, but I did pick Master Difficulty, and it does say straight up that this is why everything is expensive.
Okay.
So I am not blaming the game for this. This is entirely my fault for choosing the difficulty that makes everything expensive. And like I said before, you can replay any and all side jobs, or any and all side missions and chapter missions in order to get more money. Also, wrench.
Good thing you got that cheaty gold.
Yeah, well, it helps a little bit, but you can see it doesn't really stretch that far.
Well, how much did you get from the DLC?
From all three of them together, it was $22.50.
Okay.
Alright.
So it's, it's a nice shot in the arm, but it's not going to carry you through the game.
No.
Well, it probably probably let you get the wrench and that blackjack upgrade plus the blunt arrows. Dirt cheap. Yeah.
Blunt arrows are made to be cheap. The idea is that you can fire them to cause distractions and to interact with objects that any arrow would work on. But they're cheap, so you can afford to use them on those things. Because they have no other purpose.
Well, it's always good to have options, right?
Yeah.
Always.
Plus, one of the upgrades was the quiver capacity, so I got I can carry a whole ton of everything I want.
There's a job I wouldn't take.
Of course, he went off on them, so...
Now, that medallion you bought, what does that do?
He had it coming.
And then they pitched him in a
I wasn't
cart.
paying
He wasn't
attention,
even
but
dead.
it clearly said what it did in the video, so...
Okay.
Another night, another
Wait, no,
gloom.
I remember.
Someone talking to himself.
It
by
makes
the clock tower.
missile weapons
That's how it
more
started with the upstairs
miss
neighbors.
more often
How'd it finish then?
Not your
I
own
came
missile
to the
weapons, though,
barrack.
because that would
Didn't
be
go
silly.
back.
when they're thrown at you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I want to see a game where that mixes two of those items. One which makes enemies' missiles miss more easily, and one that makes your own miss more easily, just to see how many people pay attention.
And hey, challenge run option.
I too would like to buy... Yeah, I too would like to buy more cursed items directly from the magic item shop.
Magic item shop, upgrade shop, regular item shop. That guy does it all.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades. Quite literally.
Although there are lesser vendors which only sell arrows.
And you have access to these vendors at any time, or only when you're not on a main mission?
Assuming you can find them, there are occasionally vendors during the missions. But most of them you'll find just out in the open world area. By the way, if we had the side mission, these shutters would be open, and we could go through this window. But we don't have the side mission, so we can't. That's what I'm talking about.
That's...
Good game design. No, it's great.
Yeah. No, I definitely see why it's so annoying then.
Yeah, no.
That's why I'm only going to explore the open world map at the end, when everything's unlocked, so I only have to do it once.
Lucky, eh?
We'll definitely make for easier video editing, at least.
Make it stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some push in their eyes or their ears. Luck wants nothing to do with this city.
And apparently, it's never really specified what the gloom does, except that it's apparently so horrible that it makes people kill themselves to stop dying from the gloom.
It's just a Black Plague XP.
See, at least Dishonored, just like, at least it explained what it did. Made you into like a zombie thing.
Oh, by the way, because I have the wrench, I can grab this collectible, because apparently Garrett is now a frat boy engaging in petty vandalism. What the hell? Come on. Why is this a collectible?
No, this is the best collectible. I'm sorry, you can't convince me otherwise.
I'm pretty sure it's actually just like chocolate wrapped in foil, and he wants to collect it to eat it.
Okay, so this is the last person we need to talk to, is the Queen of the Beggars.
Weird that the Beggars would have a monarchy.
It's a lonely
No, but
night.
see, like, I think it's the best collectible because I could just see Garrett
kind?
just walking around with a ton of these heavy things just falling out of his hands, and then, like, he
You
drops one, he's like,
walk
oh,
the
and he
path
bends over to
you
pick it back up and just
would
keeps
wish.
walking.
That's the only one I know.
Why are blank of beggars always old people?
Hmm.
How come Queen of the Beggars can't be some young chick?
And why does she own so many candles?
You know what they say
Do you
about
think
them?
she lights them all herself before she sits down in this ornate beggar chair?
No, she's a queen. She has subjects
Not
for that.
everything.
She's also
Just the
blind,
important things.
so they don't really benefit her at all.
The smoke keeps away the gloom, Bobbin. The incidental
brings you
dialogue
here?
said so.
Seeking my counsel.
What's up with that dude's face?
He's Potato Face McGinty.
He's not a king, he's got shit all over him.
A year ago,
Yeah. Oh.
something went wrong. What happened to me? What happened to Aaron?
So, all these beggars probably don't smell great. You know what they say about the senses of the blind,
Men
right?
who believe themselves to know best try to control something they
Feel
didn't
kind of bad
fully
for the queen here.
understand for their own ends.
So, by the way, she is the vague exposition lady.
Feel
You may have noticed.
Yep.
Well, she's old, blind, and a queen of something. Also, real
When
fur.
my beggars
Boo.
found you after the accident, they thought you were
Fur
dead,
is murder.
but you were not dead. So we healed
Plus, that
your
looks like some kind
broken
of cute
body
animal.
and brought you
That's
from
what's
the
so
city
wrong.
to keep you safe while we
I don't care if
waited.
fur was like from
But then-
ugly animals, but
Just
not the
after the
cute
gloom
ones.
started,
That's just mean.
something began to wake you. It was
Yeah,
time
I don't
for
really
you
get
to
her
return
motivations
home.
here. She
This
found
city
Garrett
grows
after the
sick.
accident. He was unconscious,
It will tell you
so they
all
took
in
him out of the
time,
city for
if you
him to
choose to
recuperate
listen.
for a year. And then he woke up and now he's back.
Careful, Garrett. There are worse things in the shadows than you.
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense, does it?
The question is, why did she help him?
Exposition. The plot demanded it, and so it happened.
And now we have a focus point. This is the upgrade system.
Thanks, Queenhead.
And if we donate money to the beggars, we get more focus points. You can also get a few of them by exploring certain areas. And point 1 is obviously going to go into efficiency, because that makes the focus bar last longer.
And the focus bar slows down time, right?
No, it can slow down time. Like here's speed here. Yeah, it slows down time during marksman, pickpocketing, and lockpicking,
Okay.
but not during any other time. For the most part, right now, the only upgrade you get for free is the one that allows you to see interactable items.
Well, they were all at level 1, weren't they?
You seem to want
They're all at
something.
level 0.
What troubles you?
Okay.
Can you actually play chess, or is that just decoration?
That's just decoration.
I know. you
Oh,
want a
I
game.
love it when games let you just straight up play chess.
Yes, but see, you introduce one minigame, you have to introduce a bunch of other ones, like yoga, or golf, or tennis,
Not that kind of game, sorry.
or racing.
So let's start chapter 2, which is conveniently right over here.
Right next to Exposition Lady, of course it is.
Well, why the hell not? I mean, honestly, why the hell not?
How else would you teleport halfway across the city? I assume.
Well, you don't. You have to walk.
You don't?
There are no fast travel points.
Oh.
Whoa.
You actively have to walk wherever you're going.
Low tech, man.
We've been hauling corpses since dawn. We just want this day to be done.
Did you hear this lazy gutter shite? Consider yourself lucky.
For a
you're
second, I
pulling
thought that
card
beggar
and not
who
in
was
it.
bent
Now
over,
move!
Hey, the Watcher assholes!
was actually like someone's dead person head coming out of a butt. I don't know.
Bring out your dead!
So the gloom is definitely just the Black Plague, right?
Pretty much.
I've had my fill of cart rides.
It's a magical bubonic plague.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright.
Also, this is a Dishonored level.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna put that out there that, like, if you've played Dishonored, you know the one level where you get stuck having to dig your way out of, like, the place where they throw all the corpses?
Oh, yeah, that was a cool level.
This is that level.
Oh, okay.
Is it as cool as it was in Dishonored?
No.
Oh. Boy, I sure look forward to this level.
Catch the Foundryman's droop.
Being a shameless ripoff of a much better level, that never happens. Nope.
And here's the first place where we can use the wrench. See, to get into these ventilation shafts, you need it to, open those doors.
Come on, look, if there's only one bolt, they aren't that secure.
Dog quiet and wake me when shift's done, will you?
Plus, they're probably all rusted, and really, you could bust that.
Grinding his teeth and his
Yeah,
frigging
probably.
leg.
Okay, so, by the way, you remember the birds from before? How if you walk around nearby, they, wake up and start cawing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they generally be assholes like most birds.
Well, that's not the only animal trap in the game.
What?
There's one other,
Lobster trap.
and I'll tell you about it as soon as I walk close enough for it to, trigger. I know I did so in the video, but
I'd wager
not
that
lobster,
Ab's
is
more
it?
attentive than his masters.
Oh, it's dogs.
yes.
Oh,
For some reason, all of the dogs in the city are caged,
okay.
and they're a little more dangerous than the, birds because they'll, agitate whenever you're nearby, just at all.
And he's dead. You crushed his windpipe.
But no, Garrett doesn't kill.
It's the Batman dilemma again. That's all this is. He doesn't overtly murder, but he's okay with...
He's not dead, don't worry about
He's
it.
not dead. He's fine, he only landed on his neck.
He's just sleeping, it's alright.
So yeah, see, the dog's getting agitated just because I'm nearby and in line of sight.
That's a cute puppy, you should go pet that puppy. Pet it with your face.
And for the record, you see the remain undetected thing there. If you get detected by an animal, that also fails that objective.
Oh. Well.
But you've got to be well and truly detected, right? Not just like, oh, they sort of know you're there.
Yeah, it has to be like full red bar there.
Bonk.
Yeah.
What if they just flop on the ground?
Well,
Boop.
they do that in the dark mod too, though. Can't really complain.
Yeah. It's hard to animate a ragdoll that actually looks
Like it has some weight to it.
good. Yeah, like, no. With ragdolls, they just pretty much go from standing to flat within 2 seconds. Like, not even a second.
Or it could be like the ragdolls were in Thief 3, where they bend over at the knees, so they're like doing a crab thing. Oh man, that was crazy. I wish there were more ragdolls like that.
That's one reason I enjoy first-person games with those finishing camera shots, because it does really hide the ragdoll issues.
No, but like ragdolls are great. I know everybody complains about them, but like realistic falling would just completely ruin video games for me, because the most hilarious parts of video games is seeing what ridiculous, stupid ways the ragdoll physics are going to work.
By the way, you see that blue line there?
Yeah.
That's oil. If I fired a fire arrow into that anywhere on that blue line, the whole thing would set alight. And in fact, I think that barrel would blow up too. And if there was anybody nearby or on the oil, they would get set on fire and take a significant amount of damage at the very least.
But again, Garrett's not a killer.
Well, as long as they don't die from the fire.
He just sets people on fire.
Setting them on fire is A-okay. They're not dying.
Hmm?
It's cool, Kalon. Nobody's dead.
It's just like in Dark Knight Returns when Batman shot rubber bullets at a bunch of gang members.
Yeah.
They're rubber. They're fine. It's fine. Less than lethal.
No matter that they were being fired at high velocity from a vehicle weapon.
Yeah, no, like basically a tank.
Yeah, no big deal. They're okay.
Yeah. Because it was rubber bullets.
There's no internal bleeding or anything.
Like, I think that's why they use stuff like fire hoses for like vehicle crowd dispersal weapons. Because once you start firing too many rubber bullets at too high a velocity, suddenly it doesn't really matter.
Garrett.
Booga booga booga.
Whoa, flashbacks. Hey.
I don't think that was a flashback. I think that was like...
This is them telling you that poppies, the actual flowers, poppies, are your focus restoration items.
I'm gonna go with opium fully restores it then?
Nope. Only the flowers. You will only ever...
So you just shove the flower in your mouth?
Yes.
And...
He just crushes up the flower, pops it in his mouth, chews on the petals. I don't know.
I think he just eats the flower whole, stem and all.
No, that's what I was
he
thinking.
pops the flower right off the stem. You can see it in the animation.
Oh, okay. But basically, Garrett's a rabbit. An opium-loving rabbit.
Hey, Chapter 2 document here.
He's, it's not for the opium, Kalon. He's supporting the veterans by eating poppies.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Hey, a new collectible. Memories of the Dead.
That's...
Apparently the deal with these is that you powder a bit of bone from a dead loved one and put it in a ring and then wear the ring.
That's no weirder than turning somebody into a diamond, which happens in real life.
Yeah, but it's not typically someone you cared about. And then you don't typically give that diamond to someone else you care about.
True.
Okay, by the way, welcome to the Uncharted portion of this video.
Oh, okay. We're doing this now. Got it.
Remember how I said that you could use the claws, grappling hook functionality only in certain locations? These are those locations.
General will want this.
Well, it's...
Nobody heard that. Okay.
Yeah.
A highborn in with the lowlight.
It's the same issue I have with Assassin's Creed right here in this part. All the noise you make doing this... I don't want to call it parkour, because it's really not.
You are
grunting and...
The fact that you are 20 feet above everybody else means that you are completely unhearable.
Yeah, because ambient noise doesn't exist in video game universes, apparently.
Unless there is a guy on the roof, but in that case the guy on the roof will not hear anybody on the ground.
Yeah, and you can assassinate the guy on the roof and throw him to the ground. No big deal.
And by the way, the Uncharted portions, there are also unskippable loading screen stuff. Or hidden loading screen stuff.
And this is the James Bond N64 portion of this episode.
Also, I suspect this is also part of the loading screen because I cannot swoop in these ventilation ducts.
Please tell me you can land on his head and Goomba him.
Actually, I believe you can.
Sweet.
But I don't, because... I don't know, I kind of have trouble figuring out how to do that. Oh, come on.
So, do you have to steal before you knock them out, or...
They don't count as pickpocketing them if you take it off of their unconscious body.
Ah, okay.
The opportunist requirement for this map was pickpocket 10 items. Although at this rate, I don't think I'll be getting opportunist again.
You'll be getting the murderer, or whatever it was. Crazy person, essentially.
Something like that.
Bloodthirsty sociopath?
I can't actually remember what it was called, but yeah, I think it was closer to bloodthirsty than crazy person.
Well, for some reason this qualifies as a secret area here.
Alright.
Is that why it's green now? Oh, why was it green? Why is it green now? What?
Because he's standing in light, and therefore color gets poured into the world.
So it's green?
Yeah, apparently.
And now it's blue again.
Okay.
And these are worth more because they are gold. They are the exact same items as the silver items, but they are gold and thus worth more.
But gold.
I don't know that gold gears would be practical or efficient.
No, but they look pretty.
Well, that's why they're not in a machine. They're just sitting there.
Exactly.
They're in a drawer. Yeah. Those training dummies saying look like they were just taken directly out of the older Thief games.
I don't really know what's up with all of the dummies. They're just kind of here.
I've only watched 2 videos of the first Thief game, and I know those
Ask for
dummies are in
respect
that
in a
game.
slaughterhouse. Poor old Cornelius must already be on the line. The best way to follow Cornelius is to put my life on the line.
Heyo.
So, Soylent Green, huh?
No.
No?
No, just body disposal.
I see.
Mass body disposal.
Okay. I like his hat. You should wear his hat.
Which, you know, it makes sense when there's a epidemic going through the city.
It's a really nice helmet.
Yeah, somebody has to take care of it.
But the watch guys don't have to be such dicks about it, though.
No, but, I mean, you know this game, they have to make sure you know that they're the bad guys.
If I ever made a game like this, I'd make one of the alternate costumes a clown costume.
My neck aches.
Costumes aren't really too useful in a first-person game.
No, I'd make it third person. It's third person in some bits. I think a free clown costume would be worth seeing every couple of minutes when you climb a pipe. Look at me, I'm spooky, scary McGrimdark in a clown costume.
Well, it's kind of like the costumes for Kratos in God of War, I suppose.
God of War, exactly. Add some levity to a serious game.
Oh my god.
Gods to grave holes.
That is going to be a really good video when it comes out.
Are you showing off all of them? Or just just the fish?
Yes. No, the fish isn't even in the first one.
Oh. Saving the best for last then. There's Calivore and Codivore. Those are the 2 I really remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the game that we're actually looking at here. In the first level, most of them only had 1 pouch. Why do they not? What? How does he not see you?
Right at you! What the hell?
Well, I'm behind this crate. To my left.
No,
here.
you're not. You're not
No,
behind
you're
any crate.
really not.
Should have been buried.
I'm touching the crate. I'm invisible. You can't see me.
But anyway, since you were asking before, guards and pretty much everybody can carry up to 3 items on their belt.
Okay.
And for some reason, the guards love to divide up their measly savings into 2 or 3 pouches.
Well, it makes sense, because, like, one wallet you spend for... You have for, like, meals and stuff. The other one is for, I don't know, just general, everyday, like, wax and everything else. And then the other one's spending money. Just, like, free stuff. Like, you know, hey, I really, really, really want, like, a, like, cake or something today, I guess. I don't know, I'm talking out my ass, trying to justify it.
Yes, I'm sure in periods of plague, everyone just wants cake. Cake forever.
Yeah, no, I want cake. I want cake right now.
I don't know. Honestly, I think a cake would make... would kind of help out when everything's in a dismal situation.
No, like, everybody loves cake.
I mean, that's why comedies become popular during wars.
Yeah.
Because you need to laugh and the universe ain't providing.
Tell that to Jack and Jill. See how well that movie worked out.
They have to be good comedies. I never said anything about terrible comedies ever being funny.
No, they're funny for different reasons. Reasons not provided by the movie.
Is that a radiator in the same room as a fireplace?
maybe?
How cold can this room possibly get?
Yeah, that's a radiator.
Oh, it's not a fireplace, though. Alright.
But they did decide to light the area with a candle, though.
Well, radiators don't really emit light, I guess.
Well, it's just kind of an interesting difference in technology levels, let's just say that.
Well, yeah, they've had electric lights.
I mean, I know this is steampunk, and this is true about all of the Thief games and the Dark mod. That, you know, that everybody's got weapons, nobody's ever heard of a gun. But it does get a little weird sometimes. Oh yes, broken glass. So the way it works in this game, the sound levels I mean, is that as long as Garrett is walking, he's basically silent forever. But as soon as he starts running, that's when the material that he's running on starts to matter.
Okay.
I just want to point out that we saw a very pretty dead body. That guy was like very, very blue. Very dead.
Yeah, we'll be getting a better look soon, don't you worry.
Awesome.
Some nice decor we've got here.
Also, there was another ventilation duct in the main room. This is where it leads.
Huh.
Can't climb back up that chute, but, you know.
Nice.
So, like Garrett was insinuating before, the way to proceed is to jump onto one of these hooks that they hang dead people on.
Oh, I've got a fun story about meat hooks next video.
And this, by the way, is another loading screen. This is gonna take a while.